Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again. Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. and find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us.
Hello, welcome to Yarn Lane. Yes, she was talking about putting it in the pouch so she doesn't lose it. Katharine Wright's with me, everybody. There she is, looking gorgeous. Right. And she's got a festive earring. Well, that's a very festive dress as well.
I thought it was quite festive.
No, it's
yeah,
lovely.
red
Is
and
that
gold.
another charity shop job?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So, before you start, no patterns, no nothing. It's from a charity shop. Right, I need to tell you a few things. First of all, welcome to Yarn Lane, the only shopping channel in the UK, totally utterly dedicated, I can never say it right, can I? To yarn, all things crochet, knitting and things like that. You are loving it. Right, you are getting, everyone who buys from Yarn Lane or Sewing Street will get a badge. It's one per person, not one per order. While stocks last, tomorrow's the last day actually, tomorrow's the last day, Sunday the 15th. Also, the other thing I have to tell you, actually I'll tell you when I go to the website. If you want to get in touch, you can either go via the website, or if you want to see what we've got for sale today, www.yarnlane.com. You click on watch the live show. There we go. Oh, hang on, have you clicked on it yet? Before you click on it, look on the right hand side. Right, so 30% off any yarn that's on the website, right? 30% off. Put the code in. It's only until tomorrow night. Right, now that's not off any kits or anything like that. It's just off yarn. And you won't find those the way I'm going to tell you now to find today's things. You literally click on yarn. And see that top corridor? No, top thing across the top. There you go, all those yarns. If you put that code in, you will get 30% off any of those. You just click on the one that you want to see. However, if you want to see what's on today's show, oh, there you go, there's the yarn. Oh, it's flicking all over the place. Right, if you want to watch today's show, see what's on today's show, you click on watch the live show. Underneath that, now they're all on pre-order at the moment, but as soon as we have introduced them, they will go into another column which today says today's show deals. There's Ryan, there's Amy, there's Rebecca Reed. Looking very pleased with herself. And me, where's mine? There's me. They're dreadful photos, aren't they? Really bad photos. Right, now we're getting limited on some of them already. So which order do you want to go into then? We'll go and do some knitting straight away. We're going to start with Rudolph, which is this one over here. Which is, I'll show you the picture. That's what the way we said, didn't we? We showed the picture first. There you go. That's the jumper we're going to start with that Amy was... This is the most popular in pre-order now. They're going all over the place because I was in the lead a minute ago. Anyway, so this is a Mariner Reindeer Christmas jumper. I shall tell you the sizes. Goes up to a bust or chest size 48 inches. 48 is the largest size. 30 to 32 is the smallest size. And in that bundle, you get the instructions. You get 7 cream, 1 white, 1 brown, 1 tan, and 1 sparkly red. They're all Mariner. Oh, yeah. They're all Mariner. They're all double knit, are they? Yep, double knit. Different sort of makes on them all, because you've got the sparkle one there and the double knit one there and the super baby one there. £24.99. £24.99. You get the instructions and you get the yarn to make that one. That one's in the lead at the moment, so please be careful. Yeah, you might already have knitting needles. What size? Or does it matter what size you use? Hang on. 3 3.25 and 4mm. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you need 2 3/4 and 2 4mm. Yeah, I see that. I thought you were saying size 2 to 4. I was going to say, that doesn't work. Okay, so that's that one. $24.99. Please be careful if you've got that one in your basket because it's very, very popular. Second place. Me next. This isn't me. Oh, show the picture first, sorry. Show the picture. It's just loading up. Oh, hang on. It'll get there eventually. There it is. That's this jumper. And in that one, you get the instructions. This is called the Snowman Christmas Jumper. This also goes up to a size 48 inch. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We're supposed to say who's knitted them. We'll do that in a minute. This one was knitted by Maggie. Oh, there goes Maggie's daughter. Maggie Priestley's younger daughter, Lex. Wearing the... Oh, it looks much better on her than it does on me. Oh, well. In this one, like I say, it goes up to a size 48. There's enough yarn in here to make the biggest size. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of that beautiful, beautiful blue. Then you get 1 cinnamon, 1 black, 1 yellow, 1 white. And there's your instructions. Beautiful. She's obviously wearing a darker version of it than we've got, because we've got that lovely French blue in that one. £24.99. Oh, now reindeer. Sorry if you made the reindeer one. Who knitted the reindeer one? Could you look on the back of the jumper for me, please?
It was knitted by Marilyn Dixon.
Marilyn Dixon. Thank you very much for knitting that one, Marilyn. Ah, it's very popular, Marilyn. Very. I'm sure it's the knitting. I'm sure it's your knitting that's making it so popular. Right, where next? Grey Snowflake, which is this one. Picture of, was it Ryan? Oh no, this was Rebecca Reed wearing this one. Rebecca Reed, this one goes up to a 44-inch chest. I think they were made by Mariner, weren't they? They weren't, yeah, they're by Mariner. It goes up to a 44-inch chest. And in this one, you will need, you get in the kit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grey and 1 white. 5 grey balls and 1 white. That's enough to make the biggest size. There's my water bottle in the back. I do apologise. And they're the instructions. Oh, that's only $19.99, that one. I like the neck of that one. I think that's a nice neckline on that one. Like a turtleneck, isn't it? Anyway, $19.99. Don't have to shout out a name because that one came from Mariner. And then last but not least, I'm very sorry, Mariner, this is coming last. This one is your Scandi. I think they've called this one, have they? It's because who's wearing it. Look. This is Ryan from The Office. Thinks he's a catalogue model. Watch. Look. $19.99. Mariner Scandi style Christmas jumper. And in that one, this one goes up to a size 44-inch chest. This shows how little Ryan's chest is, doesn't it? If it goes up to a 44. Anyway, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red balls, 1 white. 1 white and 1 grey for $19.99. Now, your Christmas day won't look like that. Won't look like that. Your Christmas morning could look like this. if you wanted to, then buy one of each. So Ryan was out drinking the night before, and Rebecca Reed, he had a T-shirt on. Rebecca Reed kept saying, "Take your T-shirt off, Ryan. Take your T-shirt off, Ryan." So he had to get changed in here and take his T-shirt off. And he took his T-shirt off. She was like, "Whoa, look at you, Ryan. Whoa, well, that's Ryan. Poor boy, poor boy." Then we had lovely Amy, who'd been at a wedding the day before, or the whole weekend before. Then Rebecca Reed, well, she just looks like that all the time. And then me, I just look old and fat, don't I? I'd been on air for 5 hours for several days in a row. What a lovely family, dysfunctional family pitch that must be. Claire says, "You must have fast knitter elves in the background. I'm not slow, but it takes me a long time to make a jumper without the intarsia fronts." Don't know what that means. Well done. And then Sue says, "I think Ryan is rather handsome." Everybody thinks he's handsome. He's like the heartthrob of The Office. Well, that's imposing a bit there, isn't it? He is like the young heartthrob boy in The Office. There's nobody else like him in The Office, is there? Elliot won't be happy and little Paul won't be happy, but they're old enough to be his dad. So you know what I mean? It's like... Anyway, shall we get on with say hello to Catherine and do some knitting? Hello, Catherine. Do some knitting.
Hello, John. You're making me laugh already.
Good. That's what we're here for. I've got
so-
2 days off after today, so I'm a little bit punch drunk.
Going to
now.
have a little lie down.
Where are you starting?
So shall we start with the Rudolph one?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to show you on this one. It's got a nice stripy rib. So we're just going to do a little bit of the rib.
now
You maybe,
on-
I don't know how
on the
well you can
pattern,
see it.
You can hardly. When you kept saying it's got a, I'm going to change the colour on the stripy rib, and I was like, no, you're not. It's all cream. It's all cream. It's actually cream and white.
It's
isn't
cream
it?
and white, yes.
I think, as it's a Christmas jumper, I'd want to make it like cream and red, or I'd want to make a feature of it.
You'd
I don't know
probably
if-
have enough red, because you only use a little bit of red in the nose,
Yeah.
and I bet you'd have enough to do red in the rib if you wanted to. Then that would add a bit of sparkle as well, wouldn't
Yes,
it?
exactly. Because you can't really see on there that they're 2 different colours, can you? Kat thought it was dirty when she got out the box. Oh yes, sorry, was it Marilyn? No. Who sewed this one?
Yeah, yes, Marilyn.
Marilyn, wasn't
Yes.
it? No. Was that-
And
right.
Intarsia, John, is knitting a picture or a pattern.
Oh,
into it.
okay.
That's
Okay,
the
perfect.
term for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on 4mm needles. If you decide you're going to knit this for somebody for a present, just check your sizings and your tension, I would say, because you don't want them to open up on Christmas Day, their jumper, and
And it being
be
when-
like historically, Auntie Jean's made you a jumper and the sleeves are down
Yeah,
here or
sorry,
something.
Auntie Jean.
But you've got things like your measurement of your sleeve seam, so you can check how long it needs to be.
Yeah.
Which is handy. We're using 4mm needles because it's double knitting, and we've got a knit to and purl to rib.
Right.
So it's very straightforward, because people are sometimes a bit scared of knitting with more than one colour, but you don't need to be. So I've knitted 2 in white, and then my purl 2, I've got my cream attached in here, and we're going to, now what you need to do is make sure you don't get a little hole at the start of your knitting where you start the new colour. So just make sure your white is twisted over, then bring your yarn round to the front, and then you can do your purling.
You see, with my eyesight, couldn't tell the difference. At least if you're doing red and white, you could definitely see the difference, couldn't you?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like my eyesight wouldn't distinguish between the white and the cream on that one. I'm going to ask, it might be a silly question now. You're knitting on 4mm needles.
Oh no, sorry, I'm not. I've done my rib on 3 1/4.
Right, so that's what I
Yeah.
was going to ask. So the rib's on a different size.
So
needle
you
the
tend
rest
to
of the
do rib
jumper.
on a smaller needle because it then makes it a little bit tighter. You want your rib to cling, don't you?
Yes.
Round
Oh,
your
yeah, you don't-
round your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
cuffs,
yeah.
and quite often round here.
Yeah.
So it's actually on a 3 1/4, which in old money is a 10.
Okay.
Yes, and then when you finished your rib, you change to your larger size.
But I was going to ask why there are 2 sizes of needles. That was all. Yeah.
That's why. There's always a reason, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we're just going to go across with that knit 2, purl 2, picking up the different colour. So your cream is always your purl stitches. Well, no, it's not. It depends which side you're on. On this particular row, my white's always knitting and my cream is always purling. And then when I come back the other way, obviously that's going to swap over.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Now, if you love knitting needles, or you've got somebody in your family who love knitting needles, because we're talking about Christmas, how about these, the Christmas present? No, these aren't the longest ones. No. These are 30 centimetres in length, these are ones that Catherine would prefer.
I think they're a nice length, those.
If you're thinking of buying a present for Christmas. Oh, yeah, look, lovely ring pull on the packet. Beautiful. 2.5, 3. Oh, there's no 3.25s in here then. 3.54, 4.55, 5.56. So now, if I've got this set at home and then it asks for 3 1/4 size needles, do I use 3 or 3 1/2?
I think I'd probably use 3 1/2,
Okay.
personally.
Suppose it depends how tight you like your rib, I suppose. Don't you?
Yes.
Now, I looked at these and went, oh, these are way too long. If you like, because I know Nicola from Twink Knits, she loves ones to put under her arm. These are even bigger, look. These are massive. 40 centimetres.
And if you knit really big things like blankets, then yes, you're going to put loads of stitches on them, and
But they're long, aren't they?
they are quite long. It's personal preference.
I love
and
them.
some people do knit with it under like
Yeah,
that.
that's like Nicola does, yeah. $39.99. $39.99. Lovely present, that. Okay. To yourself, self-gifting is the way to go. Got a quick message. Vertical stripes. Wow, I do horizontal rows, 2 in each colour. What is your rib? You can't do a rib going vertically, can you? Oh, yes, you could. You'd still do knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, but change your colour after every 2 rows.
You can, yeah, you could if you wanted to.
Claire, it's not very
Absolutely.
flattering to have circles going round your waist, though. You want them up and down like that, not going round. Well, I wouldn't want them going round and round because they'd be stretched around that bit, wouldn't they? Well, they would, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. People, I don't know, we don't tend to wear horizontal stripes, do we?
Okay, right,
If
we've
I just
changed the leader.
show
We've
you on
changed lead. Go
the
on.
back, so
Yeah.
if I just show you on the back when
Yeah,
you've
of course
gone
you can.
across, if you can see, so you can see where the yarn has looped across with each pair. You've got, so you can always tell which is the back and which is
I was
the
going to
front
say,
on this.
no mistaking that one, is there?
No. So that's the effect that you get.
Brilliant. There are only 13 reindeers left. That's this one here. So that's first place. Rebecca Reed has now jumped into second place. That's the grey one over here.
I like that one. That's quite understated.
Yes. Yeah.
But me,
Unlike Rebecca Reed.
well, Kat and I thought we could add a bit of sparkle if you wanted.
Yes,
You could add a
definitely.
few sequins and things. couldn't
No
you?
sparkle in that one at all, is there?
No.
Thing is, you can
could.
wear that one all winter. 'Cause
Yes.
It's a snowflake, it's not necessarily Christmas, whereas the others are very Christmassy.
Yes.
Third place. Oh, I'm in third place. There you go. And then fourth place is Ryan.
I love the Fair Isle though.
Well,
I'd choose the Fair Isle.
there you go.
I like a bit of Fair Isle.
Is it because red doesn't suit? When I wore red last time, I got a lady emailing going, John, you really should not wear red with your skin tone.
I really.
I thought it looked quite nice. Okay, what are you doing? Show us
Which
next
one
then?
shall we do next
Next,
then?
Kat?
Oh, let's go on to the snowman. And
Okay.
so what I was going to show you with the snowman was, because if you look at it, we've got 3-dimensional scarves on it.
Right.
They dangle. So I'm going to show you how to join in your scarf.
Okay, before you do that, we must point out all of these, they say that all of these are unisex jumpers, just depending on the size. But before you start knitting this one for your man, just take note of the neckline. It's a very I say feminine neckline, I quite liked it, but it's quite a feminine
It's quite a
neckline.
wide neckline,
Wide
isn't
neckline,
it?
yeah.
And because it sort of rolls down.
Yeah.
But you could change that. You don't have to do it like that.
But you'd have to know what you were doing. You couldn't just follow the
Yes,
pattern. 'Cause
I'm just
also,
going to read.
It's the same at the hem, isn't it? It's there's no rib or anything at the bottom.
No,
Look.
again, you've got, so this is just, you just literally start in your stocking
Yeah.
stitch.
Now, I
Same on
think
your cuffs.
If you were a hunk, you'd look amazing in it. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a flat abs, what are these things called here? Abs, flat abs, washboard tummy, and you know, you're going to look, and a tan, you're going to look amazing in it. But if I put it on, it rolls up over my tummy. There you go. Oh, obviously everyone's got hunks because they're all checking out on it now.
But you could, I've got the wrong,
Yeah,
let me get the
help
right
if you like, right.
pattern. I am reading the wrong pattern there. So when you pick up your neckband, you're picking up stitches and knitting them. So you could, if you didn't want to do a rolled one, you could pick them up and do a rib if you
Right.
wanted it to sit differently, flatter.
But then, well, I wouldn't be buying that as my first ever knitting pattern, would I? I was going to say, if you've never done it before,
No.
you're not going to be doing changing colour, having 3D, and
No,
everything
perhaps
is your
not.
first one. Catherine, I love the jumpers. I prefer my jumpers a bit bigger, so would take a size up. Would go up a size or two. Yes, Sue, do that because they look lovely and slouchy, don't they? And Christine says, wonderful pictures and jumpers. I thought my 30cm needles were long. They're brilliant. Not knitted for a while, but it's so relaxing, says Christine.
It is, it is.
40cm are the most popular ones, just so you know. Right, what we show?
Okay, so we're going to show how to put our little scarves on. So you knit your scarf separately with your...
Did you knit them on that kilt hook?
No.
Oh.
No, this is a stitch holder.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm showing my ignorance now.
So I've knitted them just on my normal 4mm needles in the cinnamon and the yellow, and then it says to pop them on your stitch holders, see, to keep them safe.
I've got now would it fit on here? Yeah, it would, wouldn't
Yes, yes.
it? I've
This
got
was
some
just the one I
double-ended
got.
stitch holders here. XTZW21. $4.99. There's a couple in there. Okay, right. So you've knitted that on a pair of needles.
So I've
separately.
knitted those just on my normal needles, and
Yeah.
then I've put them on the stitch holder for when I'm ready to start them.
Right.
And you will there's a big lovely chart on the back. We'll talk about charts in a minute. So I want you to imagine that I've followed this chart up and I've got to this point where the scarf joins. I've actually attached the first one so that you can see, and then we're going to go across and attach the second one. And
wow, so they're attached whilst you're knitting?
Whilst you're knitting, yes. Which is it's not too difficult. So we're working in stocking stitch. Again, we're on our 4mm needles. So this is a knit row. So we're on the knit side. And so we're just going across to where I put the other one in, and it goes in line. Each scarf goes in line. So when I get to this point, I'm going to grab my little stitch holder, and I'm going to knit them together. So I'm going to take one stitch of my scarf and one stitch of my jumper and knit them both at the same time.
All right, do that again. So you
So
go
we're going
through
to go across
through
the
scarf.
stitch holder,
Yeah.
the stitch on the stitch holder,
Yeah.
through my stitch on the jumper, then do a normal knit stitch, and you can see it starting to join in. Okay, so
That's clever.
so there's
isn't it?
just 5 stitches to do across in that way. There we go. That's it.
Oh.
And then we can carry on to the
So
end.
now
And it's
I'm
lovely
not sure.
indeed.
Could you knit off these though? I'll throw them over.
Let me
You
have a
can
look at them. Yes, I think so, because they've got a pointed end. That's just to stop it.
Oh, okay.
They're just to stop the stitches coming out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Do you need it back?
Do I need what?
Do you need me to throw it
No,
back?
thank you.
you're
Don't
all
throw
right.
anything at me, madam. Christine says Ryan is so handsome and Amy is so very pretty. Okay, I'll tell Rebecca Reed you said that. Oh,
So-
okay, that was easy enough.
So it
then.
was lovely and easy. And there's your scarf in place like that. And then at the end, you make little tassels to put on them.
When you knitted the scarf, because it looks like a tube, was it sewn together?
It's not. It's just.
Oh,
it's
it's
not.
just rolled over at the end.
It's just
right.
rolled over very slightly.
Okay, so that's the kind of scarf that when I started to learn to knit when I was little with my nan, that's the size that she'd cast on for me, and I'd make a scarf. that
Yes,
was-
you've got. I think how many stitches does it tell you? It's about 7 stitches.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Perfect. All right, lovely.
So that's really, really nice. And so you've said it's rolled, and you might think you'd want to press it. But and interestingly, in the pattern it says presses instructions given on the ball band, and then when you look at the ball bands, it tells you not to press it.
Oh, okay.
So what you would do is you'd steam them if you want to. Just go have a sort of, over with a steam iron, or if they were really curly or whatever you.
No pressing. It's a great big iron with a cross.
Or you could, block them if you really wanted them flat. Okay.
It says perhaps I shouldn't share this, but I'm going to anyway. Here we go. My 22-year-old walked through on her way for lunch in Birmingham and said, well, if you're making me a Christmas jumper, I want that one in my stocking. I think she was hoping for Ryan, not the jumper. Has she got a name? Oh, I've got no name. That's Sue's daughter. When you've got what? Ryan might not be available at Christmas. Sadly. Right, so where are we going on to
Where
next?
shall we go next? Shall we do the grey one?
Yeah, we're rattling through them.
I'll be a bit longer on this
That's
one.
right then.
Because I'm going to talk about following your chart. And so what we're talking about on following the chart on the snowflake applies to the Rudolph, and it applies to the snowman.
Brilliant.
So if you haven't followed a chart before, this is how you would do it.
Okay, I've got a message from Maggie who knitted the snowman. Hi folks, the Snowman Jumper Kit scarf colours are different from the pattern and has cinnamon instead of red and mustard instead of orange. Oh, I see. So when you look at your, I see. So when you look at your scarf pattern, it's going to be orange and cinnamon. And we've got, no name, 131 and 136. We've gone for yellow and orange, just so you know it's a slight. But then the blue's a slightly different colour. Oh, I see. You weren't even sent that one. You were sent this blue, but you've been sent 2 different colours to do it because Maggie knitted that one.
Yes, you're not sent a You're not sent a red. It says red on the pattern,
Right.
but it doesn't include a red in your bundle.
No.
But it does have a yellow orange.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much indeed, Maggie. What colour's her hat band? Oh, orange. Yeah.
She's used this sort
Yeah.
of cinnamon colour.
Lovely. Cinnamon. Thank you, Maggie. Right, so we're following a chart now.
Yeah, so when you follow a chart, you can see we've got them here. Now they have numbers up the side. So your knit row follows an odd number. So you read
Always.
always.
Right.
So you're reading that from right to left. And your purl row,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at left and right,
Yeah.
is always an even row, and you read that back the other way.
Right.
From left to right.
Right.
So if you think you're doing like that, a zigzag all the way up the chart. Now they're quite, I mean, especially this one, it's quite a small, dense chart to follow, isn't it? My tip is to like underline the row that you're on.
Yes.
So
yeah.
you can
See
see
where
where
you
you are and you don't
So
use
does
your
this
place.
replace words then, or are the words in there as well?
No, so what it will tell you is you will be working with it and it'll say, joining in colours required, follow the chart.
Oh, okay.
But, or, you know, carrying on. I mean, the thing is, they're all in stocking stitch. So you haven't got to start doing any different stitches or anything like that. But you've just got to make sure you get your colours in the right
Fine,
place.
yeah.
And it will tell you when to go and start following the chart.
Perfect.
On sleeves, you sometimes have to do increasing. But I'll show you that when I get to the
Okay,
Fair Isle
perfect.
one. So your Rudolph, your Snowman, and your icicle, Snowflake is they call it an icicle,
Okay.
are all a nice straight chart to follow. You can see you've got some shaping on the top of your Snowman one, but they've got it on there for you so you can see what you're doing.
Right.
And it tells you in there that you're decreasing at this point. But your icicle and your Rudolph are both
Just
nice
squares, yeah.
nice and straight. So they're probably the easiest two to follow for starters.
Okay.
Okay. And all these three, it tells you to wind off small balls of the colour that you're going to use, so that you're not like got loads of different
But in
balls
the
of
grey
yarns
one,
around.
You only have two colours.
So you've only
wouldn't
got
you?
grey and white
But in the
anyway.
reindeer one, you've
Yeah,
got
so
lots
you'd
of
wind
different
yourself up a little bit of brown, a little bit of red, some white for his eyes and his chest.
colours.
And then obviously your tan, you'll keep that as your main colour. So on my Snowflake one, now I need to find my little pattern because I haven't knitted it quite as big as this actual chart because there was so much
okay, I
blank
see, yeah.
space.
Yeah.
So if I just
That's
fish
fine, I'll
mine
just
out
tell
so
you,
I can see where I've got to.
Claire loves charts. She says once you place your first colour stitch, I do the next row corresponding to the row before rather than counting from right out to the edge.
Yes, well that does help, and you can see on this one. You see once you've got that first little square, one stitch there, you can see that when you come back, you're going to do three.
Of course,
close
yeah.
to it. But
Rather
obviously
than
you've got to
counting 15 in. And,
absolutely.
yeah.
But as you've have got the odd row of little gaps in here, so you've just got to do a little bit of counting
Yeah.
to see where you're up to.
Perfect.
But this is quite a nice one to do. So you do a little your little motif there, and then you can snip your ends off. You don't have to carry your yarn up all the way. So a little bit like when we were doing our rib, we were carrying our yarn across the back. That's what you do. There we go, on the rows where you've got pattern with a colour in. So we'll go across, see where I've got to. Okay. So
Emma,
just
can we just drop the camera a little
normal
bit?
knitting. Do I need
Okay,
to
no problem.
lean in a bit?
Brilliant, thank you.
It's so weird doing this, John, because nobody knits with their arms
No,
like that.
no, exactly.
Or
That's
standing
fine,
up.
yeah.
Normally we're all sat on the sofa,
Yes,
aren't we?
no, because you couldn't knit a jumper in your angle because your shoulders and the tops of your arms would be so agonising afterwards.
Absolutely.
Could you please ask if the Fair Isle pattern is suitable for a fairly novice knitter? Thank you, from Ange.
Yes, it's not a really difficult Fair Isle at all.
That we call in the Fair Isle the red one. With
Yes,
the
it's this
reindeers
one
on it.
where you've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
your band.
Perfect.
When it's in bands like that, it's called Fair Isle.
Oh, okay.
And when it's a picture like that, it's called Intarsia.
Okay, but it's the same thing. Wrong question. The look on the face.
It's the same technique, but your designs are different.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got across to where my little motif is. So I'm going to pick up my white colour. I've got one stitch in white to do, and then I'm going to leave that and go back to my grey.
So when it says one stitch, it's just one.
Yeah, so one little
round your
square.
needle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one little square equals one stitch.
One round so one stitch is pushing it through, putting the yarn around it and pulling it through.
Yes.
In simplistic terms.
Yes, it is. And then when I've done my one white stitch, I've got 5 grey stitches to do.
Right.
Now you don't want to pull, you don't really want your white to go across 5 stitches. It's kind of too big a jump.
Yeah.
So you tend to do it in threes. Don't really go more than 3. So 3 stitches, just loop my white across so that it's caught, and then I can do the next 2 stitches. So there's my 5 stitches. Then I'm going to do another white one because I'm starting this bit of the icicle here.
Okay.
So one white one. Then I'm going to do 4 grey. I can probably get away with jumping across 4. I've got another white one. I like doing this sort of knitting. It keeps you interested. It's not boring knitting.
Yeah, because if you just go...
It's quite fun.
Knit one, purl one, or knit, purl, purl, purl. What do we do? Knit one, purl one, or knit, purl, purl, purl,
We're
purl?
doing a row of knit and a row of purl stocking
So you
stitch. That's right. So then I'm down to my 3 grey again. Sorry, 5 grey. So we're going to do 3, loop my yarn across to hold it in place. Like that. And then another white one. So we can see we're setting up the pattern for this bottom
just
part.
put your pattern down.
Yeah. So for this bottom part here, we've just done that first row there.
Lovely, that's perfect.
Okay. And these little ends that you've got that you cut off, you're going to weave those in at the end with a needle.
Right.
Hold on. That's it.
Well, I think charts might be easier than written patterns. Can you get a chart for everything, or is it only when there's a big pattern?
Well, it's when there's you're changing colours and doing different patterns.
Okay.
So you don't tend to get a chart for when it's things like if you're doing a lacy pattern.
Right.
You know, when I've done things and we're like slipping stitches and passing them over and stuff.
Why not?
I don't know. That's just not how they do it.
You'd still have to have different colours for different kinds of stitches, wouldn't you? Yarn over, fast forward, whatever, all those sort of things. You're going to have to, oh no.
But I think it depends, doesn't it? So if you're quite a visual person, it's perhaps easier to read a chart.
Yeah.
It's like in crochet, some people like a chart for crochet more than the words.
Mm-hmm. But you get Intarsia crochet as well, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, she said. Yes.
I haven't got my crochet head on today.
Sorry. No, I'm sure Sally Ann Harrison does Intarsia crochet, that's all.
Yes, you can, absolutely. Okay, so then we're going back along with a purl row and we're on this row now. So we'll just go back along and I can show you how to just weave those ends again. To be honest, it's not that difficult.
No.
And if you're a beginner, I think to start with a Christmas jumper is really good fun. If you start now, you'll get being done in time for Christmas, won't you?
Yeah, touch wood. Who did somebody say how many weeks it was today? They said it was 8. Oh, hang on. August, September, October, November, December, 4, 5, 20. I think somebody said it was 18 weeks or something. Oh, it won't be on here now because I've moved over to Yarn Lane. It was on Sewing Street.
So it's time to get going.
Yeah.
Get those presents made. I have started a quilt for my brother and his wife for Christmas.
They're not watching, are they?
No, they live in America.
Oh, okay. Well, people in America watch.
Yeah, I don't think he'd watch me. Okay. I think he's got better things to do. He's quite a busy man. And I started it in about February and it's still nowhere finished.
No.
Thinking that I'd have a fighting chance. But you see, my deadline's Christmas, so I haven't got to rush it, have I?
You say that now.
I'll be rushing it at the end.
Have you put it in the post yet?
Well, I'm hoping he's going to get to come over. We haven't seen it for a long time.
Oh, it's just difficult to know what's going to happen.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we're back on our pattern and we've got 5 grey. So we're going to do 3, then we're going to loop our yarn across the top to hold it in place, and then 2. I've got a single white one.
Snowman's back in second place.
2 grey. Which one's winning?
Still the reindeer.
I think it's because it's got sparkly wool.
Yes. It is the
Yarn.
only one with sparkly wool in the reindeer one, isn't it?
Sorry, yarn, I should say.
Oh, yarn, yeah, because it's a mix, isn't it? Scandi, the red one, which we haven't demonstrated on yet, it's creeping up behind them all.
I think it's quite, it's quite classy, a Scandi jumper.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. 5 grey.
Who's looking after the shop today then?
The silversmithing girls are in today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8 lovely ladies are doing silversmithing.
Fantastic.
So they'll be in charge.
Leicestershire Craft Centre, if you didn't know.
And I'm going home to help to put a shed up.
Oh. So if you get stuck in
Because it's the
traffic,
sort of crazy life I have.
Yeah, get stuck in traffic, then it'll be done by the time you get home.
Hey, fingers crossed.
We've got the daughters all doing that as well.
Yeah, my son will probably be helping. I think he gets to help Dad.
Oh.
They were going off to the DIY shop as I left.
To buy a shed?
No, we've got the shed. They were
Okay.
going to get paint and, I don't know, stuff.
Going to paint it?
We've got to paint the fence.
Oh, crikey,
There's
it's
all sorts going on in our garden,
Yeah.
John, at the moment. It literally just looks like a tip.
Oh. And what's the shed for? What's going in the shed?
Well, everything that was in our old shed, because our old shed was falling apart,
Yeah.
everything that was in our old shed is on the grass, and we put a gazebo over it because of the rain, and the gazebo's collapsed.
Oh, no.
So there's just this big white mound in the middle of our garden at the
Nice.
moment. So we've got to get the other shed up.
Quickly,
so that we...
before this rain carries on, yeah.
Yes. So, yes.
Got a message message from Sylvia. If you left out the eyes and nose, you could do a reindeer's back on the back of the jumper. Oh, you could.
You
You wouldn't
could.
have enough. Would you have? No, you wouldn't have enough.
You
yarn,
probably
I
wouldn't have
think.
enough. You'd have to get an extra ball of the tan colour.
Yeah.
But that would be really fun, actually, wouldn't it?
There's no body though, is there? You can't have to do a tail. Oh, well, hang on. Are those legs sticking out the bottom?
No, I think it's his chest because it's a
Oh,
white
yes,
bit.
yes.
But you could do the back of the head. That's quite a good idea.
Good idea, that, Sil.
Yeah. So hopefully you can see, if I just spread that out a bit, you can see how
This
you've
one's
got
back
it
in
looped
second
up
place now.
nice and neatly across the
Yeah.
back, and you've got your
Oh,
pattern
no. No,
coming
it's nice,
in the
isn't it?
front. Yes. It's really nice, this one.
Yeah.
I like them all, but
You can't like them all. You have to
no,
have a
I
favourite.
do like them all, but I like my 2 favourites are the grey one and the red one.
So you
and
like
the
the
Fair
Scandi,
Isle.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not particularly. The others are a bit cartoony for me,
Oh,
but that's just my personal preference,
okay.
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the grey one's gone back into second place now. Now you've been demoing it.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Shall we look
move
at the
on to
Fair
last
Isle?
one then?
Yeah.
So Ange, now this is where you have to take note, Ange.
So it's not really too different from what you've been doing. Again, we've got a chart, very nice chart on the back for your front and for your sleeve. So
okay.
I've cast on my sleeve just because to talk to you about when you start to do your sleeve, it will tell you. So we've done the rib, starting with a knit row, you continue in stocking stitching throughout, work from the chart, starting between the markers indicated for your size and increasing stitches in and taking your increased stitches into the chart. You have to increase 1 stitch at each end of the third and every following 4th row. 2, and then it tells you however many stitches. Now that sounds really complicated,
Yes.
doesn't it? So the way to work this out, don't get worried about
Yeah.
it. The way to work this out is you've got your chart. Okay, so we know that we're going to start here with number 1, and I would put a little mark on your chart at row 3.
Oh,
And
to
put
say you've got to,
to
add
say
one there.
increase here, and then work out where your 4th one is, little mark, little mark. Then as you follow the chart, you're not going to forget to increase.
Do you add 1 at each end?
1 at each end,
okay.
yeah. You've got your lines here for whichever size you're doing.
Brilliant.
So you obviously, I mean, I cast on for the small one.
Yeah.
So I can see then that when I do it, 3rd row, I'm going to go out 1 here because that's where my increase
And all you're doing is making the sleeve wider.
It's to make it wider to go up. Yeah, exactly. So you can mark that in on your chart.
Right.
Get busy following your chart, and you'll pick it up as you're going along. You're not going to forget to do your increase.
Yeah, brilliant.
So that makes
it sounded complicated, but actually
it does when you read it like that, but it's not really.
Yeah.
Not really. If you just get yourself organised.
Yeah,
so I've done that first little motif across the bottom, and you can see on the back there you're looping it across really nicely, just like you did on the designs. And I think I'm starting the little hearts, so we will do a little bit of hearts. I quite like the white and the grey with the red.
Yes.
I feel you could wear it most of the winter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A jumper like
definitely. No, the snowman and the reindeer are definitely
They're
for
your Christmas day, aren't they?
Christmas Day, or what day's National Jumper Way? 15th of December or something like that. But yes.
So yeah, right. So I'm here. So I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red before I start my grey. Again, we're on 4mm needles. I have a massive collection of 4mm needles.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that I just get out for these shows because we're always doing double knit and I have to have so many different pairs. Single stitch of grey, and then let's see, in between each we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to do 3, and I'm going to pass my yarn across, knit another 3. And you've only got 2 colours per row. You've not got to have lots of different colours on the same row. So that's good. 6, 7, 8. So I lost count there. And then we've got a single grey again. So these are just the bottom of the heart. So we're going to carry on with 8 in between. So the main thing with your fair art and or your chart following is just to make sure that you are keeping it nice and tidy on the back, and you're not getting really big loops of the different colours. Just make sure you keep winding them in as you go, and it will all come out very beautifully.
Brilliant. So do you never increase and decrease on a body?
Yes, you do. Well, you don't tend to increase going up a body, but when you get to sleeves, armholes, you'll
like the
you'll
top
decrease.
of that other chart, which looked like an
Yes.
apron, you've decreased. And
Yeah. Sometimes when you've done your rib, you might increase, but usually only 1 or 2 stitches.
Okay.
But they tend to be fairly, well, certainly these sort of sweaters.
Right.
Sometimes you get a fitted jumper, don't you?
Yeah. Anne just said, won't be me knitting it, John. I have trouble casting on. Hoping my friend will knit it as my Christmas/birthday present. I've texted her, but not heard back. Is she watching, Ange? Oh, she'll be able to do it, Ange. Just get it. Oh, you want her to buy it as well? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've almost finished knitting. You know me, none of my projects are finished,
No.
John. A top that you actually start at the top and you go from the top all the way down, but you do all sorts of increasing and decreasing to get it round your shoulders and then round your bust and stuff. So you can do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
It just depends on the design, really.
Yeah. Click, click, click.
I know, they click on the table, don't they?
Are they 30cm ones?
They're not very long, are they? Would you like me to measure them?
No, I'm just thinking that people can then realise how big these are.
Let me give them a quick
There was a
measure.
tape measure hanging on the, see the wreath behind the blue jumper?
Oh, there is as well.
Yeah.
Yes, let's have a look. Yes, these are 30 centimetre
Okay, so
ones.
if you're thinking about which knitting needle size to buy, these in this kit here are the same size as the ones that Catherine's using there. $39.99.
Mine do tend to all pretty much be that length.
So this is your average length of
Yes,
knitting needle, right?
yes.
Very limited on that size. But then you said the bigger ones were more popular.
Well, perhaps if you have your set of, if you're a knitter and you've got your set of 30s, actually to have some bigger ones is no bad plan.
40s.
And I mean, they are such a lovely gift
Yeah.
to someone else or yourself.
I love the colours. It's like
Yeah.
they do crochet hooks as well, don't they, this company? And they're just, I love all the different
They're
colours.
very, very nice to knit with, actually.
Yeah. Gorgeous. They're they're 39. They both 39.99 then. Oh, you get more knitting needle for your money on that one. Oh, I'll buy it, but it could sit in a drawer for years if she doesn't say yes. Oh no. I'm sure you'll find someone else. There must be a knitting group near you.
I bet somebody lovely in the yarn fan group would
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
somebody'd knit it for you. Oh, now is this
I've
what
got myself a
happens?
little bit wound round. Yes, it is.
And this is why
It's
they
also
say,
because I'm doing it on the table, which doesn't make it so easy.
but this is where they say take little balls.
Yeah, I mean you don't for your fair isle, it's because you don't need to take your little ones off. But for example, if you're doing the Rudolph, you can see you might go across here and you're going to do your main colour, then you're going to do some tan, then you're going to do some sparkle. So you do only want little
Oh,
bits.
right, I see,
Yeah.
I see. So you only want... Okay.
Like this bit, you've got brown and tan, and then you go to your red. So you've got 3 or 4
Yeah,
colours
yeah,
going along there.
yeah,
So
of
then
course.
you only want to, like I've done there, just wind yourself off
Yeah.
a small bit off the ball.
Perfect.
Some people do really sensible things. So they get like pots with lids, tubs with lids.
Yeah.
And you put a hole in the lid, and then you can put your ball of yarn inside and feed it up through, and it doesn't get all tangled up with the other thing.
what's
Quite the
that?
same way.
It's a bit posh. Thank you. Is that you done?
Yeah, I think that was everything I had to show
Okay,
you.
perfect. I've got to round up everything now from the hour. So, in the lead, Rudolph still in the lead. Rudolph is, how many? 10 left. 10 of those left. Beautiful, isn't it? So what you get in that bundle, we'll put some graphics in for you. There you go. $24.99. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cream, 1 white, 1 brown, 1 tan, and 1 sparkly red balls of yarn. Plus your instructions for £24.99. £24.99. You can do a his and hers, look. Oh, does the red Scandi jumper have the pattern on the back of the jumper?
That's a very good question. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't?
It doesn't. It doesn't go all the way
Oh.
around. But you could do, actually. I mean, it goes all the way around the sleeves.
Yeah.
But
Would
no,
there be
it
enough,
doesn't.
do you think, to go round? You've got 1 ball of grey.
You definitely have enough white, I would have thought.
Oh, that gives you have enough grey.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Because you've got your hearts in grey, haven't you?
Yes. You could always not do the whole width of the pattern on the back. You could choose a bit of it and see how you
yes.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Oh, that would actually be quite nice if you did the front like that and then did the back, just the hearts going around the bottom and the hearts going around the top and then
Yeah.
left the rest. Ooh. Anyway, $24.99, but good questions. Right, that's it now. Please check out. There's only 10 left at 5 to 1 on Saturday. It goes from size 36 chest, no, 30 chest to a 48 chest. So you could do one for you, one for your man, one for you, one for your lady, if you're a man, whatever, you could do 2. But you need to buy 2 bundles, obviously. You need to buy, because that's enough to make the largest size. Actually, if you're making the Scandi one and you're making a smaller size, then you'll have even more wool yarn left over, because we've don't call it yardaging, do you? Wooled up, balled up, hanked up, whatever the word is, enough to make the biggest one. Right, okay, that was not. No. Second place is your snowflake or your icicle. $19.99. There's Rebecca.
It's
Reed
that
Raymond.
hilarious picture of Rebecca, I think, that's
Yes.
making all
I
the
bet she's not
difference.
very happy with that picture. 30 goes from a 30 bust to a 40 chest. 30 chest to a 44-inch chest. In that one, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls of grey and 1 of white, plus your instructions. That's not a water bottle in the background there. There you go. There she is, looking very happy. £19.99, that one. Rightio. Third place. No. Oh, it's close. It's close. Oh, somebody else just They're neck and neck at the moment, so we're going Snowman. Right, so in this one, this goes from a chest 30 to a 48-inch chest. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the blue, 1 of the white, 1 of the cinnamon, 1 of the gold. There's Maggie Priestley's youngest daughter, Lex, wearing it, looking much better in it than I ever would. Loads of new customers today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. $12 left. 12 left. They're very close. If I only had 10 left to one that's in the lead. 12 left of that one. It's lovely. And there's your chart on the back of that one. That one's Aaron knit, by the way, that one. That one's an Aaron knit. Right, go. Then, not in last place, because it's equal with mine. The red Scandi. I think it's Ryan wearing it like that to put everyone off with that loop on the front of his head, look. He had to turn it round because it had a logo on it. And he wouldn't take it off because he hadn't put any product in his hair. The youngsters of today, I can't tell you. Anyway, $19.99. This one goes from a size 30 to 44 chest. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 red, 1 white, 1 grey. Plus your pattern.
It's a very nice shade of red, that red.
Isn't it lovely?
It's a really nice shade of red.
Really lovely shade of red, that one. Oh, now, on all of them, check out, we've got single figures now on all of them. Single figures on all of them. So your last Christmas in August Yarn Lane show. Vix is on tomorrow on Stone Street. There's no Yarn Lane tomorrow. But she will be wearing a Yarn Lane jumper. She's just messaging saying, can you send me on the jumpers to wear tomorrow? Which one should we leave her? We'll hide the other 3 and just leave one out for her. Oh, she's on jewellery making now at 1 o'clock. So if you carry on watching on this channel, you'll see Vix. And the what? Oh, no. Do go and watch Vix on Jewellery Maker, our sister channel, because her guest's called in sick. So she's on her own, and she's not even doing just gemstones that she knows about, because obviously she and I both trained at the same place. She's got, what's she got, painting or something? Copper settings or something like that. Oh, poor old Vic. So do go and join her. Who's producing her? Oh, Munch. Oh, they'll be fine. He'll just nick everything out of stock and do everything out of stock. That's fine. Right now, I've got to remind you, though, because this finishes tomorrow, 30% off yarn, not off kits like this. What you need to do is you need to put that code in up until 1 minute to midnight tomorrow. Yarn 30, and you go to the yarn section on the website, and you'll get 30% off all balls, hanks, whatever they're called, of yarn. Anything, but it's no kits, just the yarn. So say you have bought this, right? You can go on the website and you could choose a different colourway and get 30% off. If you already bought one and you want to make some, or you want to get another ball of like the tan or something like that, you get 30% off that. Anyway, Katharine, thank you very much indeed. When are you next?
27th of August.
Is that us or them?
Everything.
Oh, you're not doing 3 shows?
I am doing 3. I know.
After you vowed.
I'm going home to get in training.
Okay then. So what date was that, sorry?
27th of August.
27th Friday. It's you and Vic. You're on with Vix that day. So all the youngsters will be in that day. And you got Kay Fassett, is that right?
Yes, finally. He's my
on Stone Street, yeah. Exactly. Right, I've got to go. Thanks for your company. I'll be on Stone Street on Tuesday. And I'll be on Yarn Lane, I presume, on Wednesday. Am I on Wednesday? Anyway, thanks ever so much, company. Make sure you check out your baskets. It's really, really important. I'll see you next week.